These are 10 things you didn't know about Erling Haaland. And for number 10, I bet you didn't know that Haaland is the best singer in the Premier League.
Slutt å prate så mye, da blir det ikke noe løye. Prat heller om verdenskrise, jeg synes det er mye viktigere gutter. Jeg er lyng og alle vet det, jeg er han så du kan se på til.
See, while at Norway's under-17 football training camp, Haaland came up with an idea to drop a track with his friends Erik Botheim and Erik Tobias. So they formed a boy band called Flow Kings and hit the studio to drop a bizarre track that Erling thought could win the group a Grammy. The video didn't exactly make the rounds till Haaland became a superstar. Now it currently has 10 million views and is still counting.
Really nice song that's quite popular now, we have to say. I talk about Lyng was my kind of nickname. I think that I'm Lyng and everybody knows it.
Damn, that kid was on a roll. And we're rolling on to number 9. Because you probably didn't know that Haaland copies Ronaldo's diet. So it all started when Patrice Evra shared a fascinating tale with Haaland, recounting a memorable lunch he had had with Ronaldo. Evra revealed that Cristiano opted for a simple dish of fish, without any accompanying side dishes or extras. So Haaland realised that if he was ever going to have a shot at playing like Ronaldo, he had to copy his diet. So he paid his nutritionist to literally copy Ronaldo's diet. Manchester City's new goal machine now consumes 6 meals a day to stay in peak condition. Yeah, you heard that right. The 6'4" Norwegian beast eats like a bear. His diet consists mainly of seafood, all cooked with veg. But once in a while, he also scoffs plates of chicken and pasta prepared without salt or oil. Man, Haaland eats like a freak. But Haaland wasn't quite done yet, because at number 8, Haaland spent 62k just to look like Ronaldo. After Ronaldo copped a cryotherapy chamber to get some icy treatment, Haaland immediately splashed 62 grand just to get his piece of the walk-in ice pod that could cool to minus 200 degrees Celsius. By subjecting his body to the invigorating cold, Haaland engages in a rehabilitation process that fortifies his muscles, warding off potential future mishaps. This guy gotta be the iciest player ever. But at number 7, all he needed was help, cause I bet you didn't know that Haaland once got rejected by Roy Hodgson. Back in 2018, young Erling Haaland was already looking like a goal machine as he impressed for the Norwegian team Molde. Roy Hodgson, at the time, was the manager of Crystal Palace and had his eyes on Erling Haaland. The price was $5 million for the 17-year-old who already had a knack for scoring for his first team. But Hodgson ultimately rejected the chance to move for Haaland as he believed the youngster wasn't physical enough for the Premier League. That's just nuts. But number 6 is downright scary, and there's no way you knew Haaland's obsession cost him thousands of dollars. See, it's no news that Haaland bags home a whopping $900,000 a week just for scoring goals. With all that kind of money, Erling gets to live the kind of life I can only dream of. But instead of splashing all that cash on women and parties, Erling spent millions on his wrist. His watch collection is so sick. Haaland has a Rolex Starbucks worth 19k, a Rolex Hulk worth 28k, and a 47k Rolex Root Beer. But Erling wasn't done. He dialed up his ice dealer again and spent over $300,000 on a limited edition Rolex Daytona Eye of the Tiger, another 300 grand on an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Salmon Dial, and a whopping $350,000 on an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo Extra Thin Yellow Sunburst Dial. Damn! I'd give anything to have that on my wrist. And after Erling signed with Manchester City, he spent $500,000 on 33 Rolex watches for his Dortmund teammates, leaving them in style. Man, this guy's a legend. But look, we're hitting the top 5, which means Haaland's life is getting juicy. And there's no way you knew who Haaland totally idolises.
lions, they don't compare themselves with humans.
Yeah, the Lion himself. In an interview with Red Bull Salzburg, Haaland said he has a lot of role models, but Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the biggest one for him. And that makes quite a lot of sense. I mean, they both look super intimidating because of their size, and their shared ability to torment defenders makes them the stuff of nightmares for any opponent. And maybe the fact that they're both Scandinavians may have influenced his decision, but that's nothing compared to number 4. There's no way you knew that Haaland has a sleeping ritual. Erling just can't keep his hands off balls and spends his nights with a handful of them. Hey though, get those dirty thoughts out of your head. We're talking about footballs. Haaland always sleeps with at least one soccer ball in his bed. He even joked about sleeping with all of his hat-trick balls. Now that's a whole lot of balls, which could be really dangerous. Cause if he dreams about playing in the Champions League final, he might accidentally kick a ball through his bedroom window. But Haaland's sleeping ritual is nothing compared to his addiction to actual sleep. See, Haaland has a crazy training schedule like most footballing icons, but his addiction to sleep is something I bet you didn't know. And Haaland had better not tell Man United fans this, or they might stand outside his house and sing through the night. Haaland switches off all his electronic devices before he goes to bed to ensure he can wind down at night and isn't too engrossed with social media. In fact, friends and colleagues often can't get hold of Erling at night, cause Haaland sleeps like a baby and wakes up feeling like a champion. Speaking about champions, there's no way you knew Haaland uses the Champions League anthem as his alarm clock. This guy just keeps finding new ways to amaze everyone. Haaland said waking up to the Champions League song gives him the perfect start to the day. When asked if he ever gets tired of the song, he said, "It's the last song I'm tired of." So Haaland gets to wake up feeling like a champion. Sweet. But what if I told you that Haaland has always been phenomenal? See, Erling became a world record holder when he was just 5. Growing up, Haaland partook in other sports like golf, handball, and even track and field. He achieved a world record for the longest standing jump for 5-year-olds all over the globe when he was just 5, with a recorded distance of 1.63 meters in 2006. But that's not all. Haaland has shattered records in the Champions League, cementing his status as the quickest player to score 30 goals in the tournament, surpassing Ruud van Nistelrooy's mark of 34 games. The Norwegian scoring sensation achieved this feat in just a staggering 22 matches. Erling also claimed the title of the youngest player to reach 30 goals, accomplishing it at a jaw-dropping age of 22 years and 236 days, leaving the previous record holder Lionel Messi trailing by over 6 months. Man, that guy's a genius. What Haaland is doing for the world makes me think that there'd never be another athlete or person like him again. But hey, don't get too carried away, cause my boy Messi copped something out of another planet that set a world record. And I guarantee you didn't know that Messi made another $11 million purchase that almost ended his life. There's plenty you didn't know, so I still don't know why you haven't clicked the video, man.